I'm Yesenia Alvarez for ICB4 News. We're here at Soundscape Studios with producer Michael Kolar, who's made a lot of hits for Chicago artists. Michael Kolar, Columbia College graduate, is now a 10-year veteran in music production. He started as the founding member of industrial punk band Snow Trag. While working with the punk scene, he caught the attention of George Clinton of the legendary group Parliament Funkadelic. Kolar was brought on as George Clinton's studio engineer and helped Secret Agent Bill with road management and live sound.
I mean, there would be no West Coast hip-hop sound without this. I mean, this man is probably one of the most sampled artists in history, and his longevity is phenomenal. Man is still touring when so many stuff from, 65 to 75.
Once the tour was up, Kolar returned to Chicago to realize its hip-hop scene was now on the rise.
Living in Chicago, I've just been so fortunate to work with a lot of people that I call the Chicago sound. I got to do the last Crucial Conflict album, which was a trip for me because I used to listen to them on the subway ride to high school.
He got on the board while hip-hop pioneers such as Molman Records, Rhymefest, Vagkill, Crucial Conflict, Juice, and Knowledge stepped into the studio. While working with Knowledge, Kolar helped him get signed onto Ruckus Records. Knowledge's group, Kids in the Hall, had a national hit, Driving Down the Block. Produced by Kolar, they debuted at number 7 on MTV's TRL Countdown. This marked the first time an indie hip-hop group was on TRL.
They got me my first record that was on a TRL Countdown, back when that show was still on, and even yet the newer generation of people like Hollywood Holt and Mike Terror, and just being able to kind of watch them develop, even $1 Million Mano, who's now on tour for the DJ for the Watch the Throne tour. I did GLC's last 2 mixtape, his debut for EMI, worked with Really Doe. I did a record with Kanye West, T-Pain, and GLC called Flight School about 2 years ago, and that was quite a big national record.
Stepping outside the Chicago walls, Kolar has also produced for nationally known Saigon and Kool G Rap. Nearly every Chicago artist that records on a national level has recorded with Kolar at Soundscape. The studio has been dubbed as an institute to Chicago's hip-hop community by reader-columnist Miles Raymer.
Certainly being in Chicago and having such a great amount of talent here, certainly a goal is anything that can further cast a spotlight on Chicago artistry is certainly, in my goals. This industry, unfortunately, causes a lot of second guessing of yourself. There's so much more to making a hit record than just composing the hit record. It's creating a vibe that inspires the artist. It's getting everybody to come together. What's the song going to be about? The focus.
Although the studio itself has moved from Wabash Avenue in downtown to the Ukrainian Village, the sound and mission are the same. To add to his resume, Kolar was also the youngest vice president of the Engineering and Recording Society for 3 years. For ICB4 Chicago News, I'm Yesenia Alvarez.